But for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings
and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Raiders take over first down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Room here to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And here's Ryan Wright now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Here comes Grant on the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
At the 44-yard line.
Come on.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings us 2nd and 10. At the 44-yard line.
Out of
of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrated because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
At the Vikings' 28-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Moving, I see.
Here's Jacobs.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Minnesota. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Cook. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Again, it's Cook. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are are tied at 7.
Game at 7. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
Gain of 4 yards. That's good for Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man, that's Renfro. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Gain of 24 yards. That's good.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Raiders had a woeful 3-12 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Jalen Reagor, 55 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Raiders 7. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Carr. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Marr on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Raiders 7. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 13 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Carr now on first down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage. But there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
On second down, Cook. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
The final shot here before half for Carr.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Carr going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Well, he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Carr.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's Cook again.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cook up the gut. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll get this to Nwangu. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off and improved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The kick by Marr is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Okay, ready?
Second down, Jacobs once more. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Open right side, complete to Rager. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Nifty move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 82 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do. But I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Carr. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now Cook running right. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They try again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. But play action, they'll throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here we go. Stop.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, 94 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Handoff comes to Cook. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
And the Vikings 1st down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Minnesota, they improved their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.